The videos will get better, so suck it. I'm sitting here on the highway to heaven, and I'm thinking, maybe today is the day that I actually post one of these videos I've been recording. So fuck it. I think this will be the one. And if it sucks, it sucks. My hair's fucked up. I have a pimple. Who gives a shit? I'm smoking a cigarette. Because, hey, if you try to be perfect, I think you're kind of for a really, really difficult ride forever. So I'm not going to try to be perfect. I am a human being. I make mistakes. And I see things. I have a mind that goes places, strangely, and people often are surprised by the perspectives that I can find. I'm always looking over someone else's shoulder a little bit when I do that. It's not really my place when I'm running through. So that's the point. I have to learn, and I have to actually constantly remind myself that I don't see everything and I don't see everyone, because everybody in the world has a unique perspective, and you're stuck in that position until you find a way to move, maybe, probably upward, because you were meant to do something. So maybe you don't want to move left, right, because every other space is occupied. Some people just aren't using their space. They're taking up space, a perspective that could be used for something else. So there's a lot of shit that I think about, and a lot of things I work on. I've worked on a game for 14 years based on Lurianic Kabbalah, and I did meet with a rabbi who, while he didn't agree with everything, was definitely impressed. I'm not saying that arrogantly. I was in the National Spelling Bee. I've worked on a cryptographic puzzle that people were working on, and I ended up finding the complete wrong answer. I found something called a rabbit hole. There's one image that had a bunch of other images encrypted in it. I found a ton of other images that were encrypted digitally without using a computer. So I found tons of them, and I made, minor financial and crypto news and stuff like that. And I'm followed by some finance people now, sometimes. But I don't really post much, because who the hell am I? Well, guess what? I'm this unique perspective right here. So I get to talk too. Anyway, I don't want anyone to look at me as if I'm a guy who has answers. But what I can do is point out possibilities. And I want to tell you, someone with a mind like mine could easily be manipulative. And honestly, there's a part of me that wants revenge on life, because I was in some shitty situations when I was a kid. But because of my weird mind, I was able to survive that. And I'm grateful in a way for the bad stuff. There's a text, I don't know if that'll show up on your thing or not. But anyway, I haven't done a video like this to post, and so I really don't do videos. I was always avoiding pictures. I'm like, why stop having fun to take a picture? Whatever. So the thing is, I could be manipulative. And I want you guys to look at me all the time and say, oh, is he trying to get something out of here? Because honestly, I have plans that last years and years and years, and some of them have just come to fruition. I've been planning stuff my whole life, and now I'm ready to move. I started a website called Resolve Unlimited. It's not even live yet. And it, premature. I'm not a brand. I'm a guy who's going to do a bunch of shit that he's been working on. Books that are like one chapter away from being completed. Screenplays that can be done as graphic novels, because I'm not going to have to go pitch it somewhere. I'm a shitty artist, but I get the point across. I'm a decent writer. I'm terrible at understanding a lot of other people's games at first. But I'm really good at designing my own, because it's from my unique perspective, which has changed a million times. But now I found a home, and I know where I am. And my game is just about to be launched. Might take a bit, because I'm technically working retail. But it's good. It's actually good, because I didn't take enough money when I was younger for services that I rendered, and I didn't actually render enough of those services. I was doing my own shit, and I was kind of holding my head down, because I was in a miserable situation in life, all around, and it wasn't anyone else's fault per se. But I'm better. I'm getting better. Always. So one thing, I said I could be manipulative, so watch me. A really, really manipulative person would tell you that. I lay everything out on the line, because one thing, this isn't because, right? This is one thing I want you to know. A truly, truly manipulative person would lay everything on the table, and they just point your direction any way they wanted. I can physically do that. I can, not physically, but you know what I mean? I can mechanically do that. I'm not doing that as far as I know, because I don't really know what my first motivation is. Is it the hope for humanity and like, wouldn't life be great if people didn't hurt each other? Because that's what I really want, I think. But I also want revenge. Like, and I'm working on that. I'm seeding that, like, with Weed Killer. Because, whatever. I'm working on it. I want revenge because people hurt me. For example, my mother did this. I don't know if you can see. She used an iron on my hand, my right hand. Whatever. So I could be a bad guy. I could be a good guy. You don't know. I don't know. But I've seen a lot of stuff, and I want to show you guys how to elevate your perspectives. You don't have to leave your point of view, but you can get a higher vantage point, like me, and like people I've met who already had higher vantage points to help me up. This isn't about better or worse. This isn't about gurus. This isn't about any fucking thing. I just traveled a lot because my mind goes a little faster because that's my perspective. Your perspective might be that your mind encompasses more, or your mind holds data in a way that people don't understand, or your heart does. It doesn't fucking matter. Everyone's got a perfected perspective because ultimately, if we all got up to where we're going, and I don't think there's ever an end, to be honest, but if we kept going, life would get so much better for everybody because everyone would be standing up instead of lying down. Let's stand up. I'm not standing above you. I'm just trying to hand you something. So, talk to you later.